a lot of the young generation, the Iranian people, really that's what they want, is freedom. And I think that this freedom is not necessarily an ideological war, but more like the idea of just having access to their basic human rights, which is freedom and democracy. And I think Mousavi seemed like a person that would give them a lot of freedom that they didn't see in any other candidates. Mind you that these candidates are a selection from the government, is not something that are nominated by the people. So the idea of democracy in election is limited as well. I keep wondering, where this is all going to lead. But I have never experienced this ever since I left my country. This degree of the community coming together and wanting to share the experience together and do something that is truly an action, not just talking. The images that we're seeing, beautiful women with a lot of makeup and hairdo and very, paying attention to what, and yet, having stones in their hand and being really confrontational, being very violent, being very aggressive, being right up there with the men. And there is such a powerful phenomena that this new generation of women in Iran that are very active and vocal, they don't believe that you have to be masculine in order to be vocal. They keep their femininity. In fact, they're not afraid of showing the idea of beauty and vanity, even if you can call it. And I think this is a new phenomena that this new generation is showing us, a new idea of feminism. At this moment where we live in such a global world, we all have to fight for democracy and justice. It's not exclusively for America, it's not exclusively for France and this and that. So the Iranian problem is not just an Iranian problem, it's the world's problem. The backlashes will echo later. I mean, if in fact this regime stays, the consequences will be as bad for the Westerners as it is for us. And so for me, this has to be taken very seriously, that every American should consider that, or every European, that this is just as much my problem as an Iranian, and come together as one community as opposed to a sympathetic intention. I think as difficult as this period is, it's a very important and exciting moment. And we're seeing people risking their lives, putting themselves out there, really suffering the worst conditions, and here we are. And in some ways we are safe and everything, but at the same time I think there's a feeling of helplessness and just feeling useless and wanting to be able to help and support these young people. And so I think in many ways we feel like we are missing a historical moment in our country.